car sounds amazing in the morning. And I love cold starts when there's a bunch of snow outside. It just feels good. I swear, when there's snow on the ground, cars just sound meaner. Like when they cold start up. Don't know why. I don't know if it's because I think it's cold outside and that's why I love the exhaust sound, or is it just because they have to work a little bit harder? Or if because all this gunk that's usually in the muffler cools down enough to where the car can push it out. I know it was green. There was somebody that looked like they were gonna just ignore traffic signs. They weren't slowing down until the very end. But that's a talk for another day. So the big thing is I wanted to talk about why get a hatchback Sport over a Type R. They might be thinking, well, the Type R is the better performance package out of the two. And you would be right if we were looking at a Honda hatchback manual versus a Type R manual, which the Type R only comes with manual. Because the Type R has the upgraded clutch, the upgraded transmission, its suspension's upgraded, it's got the nicer pad or infotainment center, it's in dashboard, you know, all around it's a better car in that sense. But if we look at performance numbers, and the Type R has the bigger engine, and if you look at drag times, the Civic hatchback Sport and the Type R are one in the same class, and two, Civic, if it's not that far off on its numbers, and if you tune them, they become identical if you put the same driver. The Civic's wings work just as well as the Type R. They both have wide body kits on them. It's really interesting to me. Now, the Type R has that ginormous spoiler on it. The Civic has a more refined spoiler on it. The Civic has one thing going for it that the Type R doesn't, and that is a CVT transmission. CVT, I think, I'll be interested to see what happens with, in a couple of years, what happens to the transmissions in the next 5 years. If they all go to CVT on the drag racing, or if they stay, if it becomes a third of the community. We definitely know it's going to grow, and there's a reason why it's going to get so big. CVT doesn't lose power when it shifts, but it's constantly shifting. It's not as strong as a that's highly illegal. The CVT isn't as strong as a transmission as the others. So, as though you don't lose power, you use more power out of the engine than you think for less. Its torque converter is not the greatest. At least that's my understanding. But one thing that CVT, again, the never losing power is huge. Manuals have always been used, and now automatics are starting to be used at the drag strips because of one little thing. The double clutch transmission is just blowing stuff away. And I'd be curious, it would be weird setup, but a way to make a double clutch manual. I don't know if it's possible, but I'd just be curious if they could do it. Then you have good old electric motors. Electric motors are starting to become really fast and all that kind of stuff. So, with that little spiel done, the Type R doesn't have anything going as a drag racer. It really doesn't. If you're buying a Type R for drag racing, save your money and get something that was designed for it. Because there's cars that cost a third of its price tag and can perform just as well. Now, if we look at regular racing, like a track, the Type R at its, up price charge, it's actually really good. Oh, and I forgot, the Type R has upgraded seats so that they could actually be used in these scenarios. The Civic, you have to mod it a little bit. Now, in tracking, the Type R is doing really, really good. It's actually doing better than what people thought it would be doing. Because it is front-wheel drive. There's only so much power you can put out. But Honda put some really, really good work into the thing, and it's able to whip around corners a lot better than what it should. So it's doing it's keeping its speed through the turns better, and it's able to do more. And that wing in turns is actually really, really beneficial, and it actually makes the car run better than this car when it comes up to racing like that. So just, if you guys are looking at the difference between a Honda Civic Hatchback Sport and a Type R, pay attention to transmission and what do you want to use the car. Because I wanted a CVT Type R. They don't make those, so I went with the next best thing. And I couldn't afford the 60. They sold it for $61,000, and it's only a $30,000 car. And that Type R doesn't even get driven. It's really sad. The person that bought it collects cars, and he wanted a Type R so that he can say that he had a Honda, and it's just really, really sad that you have a track beast like that, and it's not even get 100 miles out of its life. And it's just, I think if you get a car like that, even this car, I think every car should be driven, not a showpiece. And I understand there's people out there that want them as showpieces that don't want to drive them. That's your thing, but it's just kind of sad to me that you'd spend $60,000 for a garage ornament. Or a Lamborghini. So a lot of people get Lamborghinis and do that with. So, anyways, do I think the Type R is worth it? Yes and no. Again, as a daily driver, if it was a CVT, yes, I would say definitely the Type R is a awesome car to drive, but it's not I think it's a really good car. In that sense, I think it's a really, really good car. But yeah, that's what I have to say. I like it enough to say yes, it's a good car. If you guys get the chance to buy it. But I think it comes down to what do you want the car to do, and you guys should test drive it before you buy it. I don't think it's worth $60,000, which it's selling at. I think if it was 40 or 50, I think it'd be worth it. But this whole 60, 80,000 price tags on the thing, yeah, no, that's not cool. It's supposed to be an affordable sport or an affordable performance hatchback. Anyways, you guys have a great day. My name is Jason. This is Daily Driven Show Car. Have a great day.